Plaintiff Kira Abel says she met the defendant in high school, and they became good friends. Kira claims she moved in with the defendant and her mother, and they became more like sisters than friends. That is, until the defendant assaulted her and pepper sprayed her in the face. She's suing her former friend for car damages. Defendant Jasmine Baker says she first met Kira in an acting class, and she believes she's only here today to get her 15 minutes of fame. Jasmine admits that she crashed Kira's car, but insists the accident was unpreventable because she was trying to avoid hitting a coyote.
What happened?
Okay, in 2006, I moved from New York to Arizona to stay with my grandmother. It was my senior year of high school, and that wasn't working out. We weren't getting along. So Jasmine and I had become friends in high school.
We as in whom?
Me and my grandmother. We didn't get along.
Why'd you move there?
Well, me and my mom were getting along,
Right.
and this was from my...
Didn't get along with your mother, so you had to leave town.
Yeah, and this is
Go live with your grandmother. Didn't get along with your grandmother. What town did you have to go to then?
I stayed in the same town.
Oh, okay.
She offered, she said, you can move in with me. She said she would ask her mom.
And now you're suing her?
Yeah.
Did you put her out?
She left in the middle of the night and told nobody nothing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I moved in. Her mom took me in. She treated me like a second daughter. Jasmine and I became closer, but more like sisters. But I mean, don't let her little soft-spoken voice fool you or anything, because
No,
she's
I'm not letting her
assaulted
voice
me.
fool me. I'm letting your pattern speak for itself.
Okay. Well, she's assaulted me.
How many times you been put out?
I actually wasn't put out. I actually left my house.
Your mom's?
Yes,
How about before that?
never.
Where you live now?
I live with my grandmother.
Grandmother? Okay. All right.
You were put out.
She got put out of her mom's house, moved into her grandmother's. Her grandmother put her out. You got put out of your mom's house, moved you to your grandmother's, and your grandmother's about to put you out. Right?
No.
Oh, she says no. Okay. Why don't you give me some background on this case?
Like the plaintiff said, I met her at school. I offered to give her a place to stay. What she did not tell you is that we met in acting class. So I personally believe that she's just here to get her 15 minutes of fame. She's an actress. She had actually lived
Why couldn't she act right?
I don't know.
Living with her mother and her grandmother. How about yourself?
Of myself?
Yes,
like,
her leaving in the middle of the night. Can you imagine any reason she might do that?
I can't say anything about that either. I was not there. I had already
I
left
know,
for New
you
York.
might not have been there, but have you ever seen her again?
No, I did not. I haven't
You've never seen her again since that day?
I left.
That's a yes or a no.
No, because I left
Okay,
before
so
she
you've
did.
never seen her since then.
Yeah. No.
This is gonna be a tough case. Go ahead.
She's assaulted me with pepper spray, scratched my face up. I do have pictures of it.
Why?
Because she posted a MySpace blog about me, and you know, I was just
This
like,
is while you were living with her?
yeah, like this was recently, and I confronted her about it. I was like, you know, I just don't want to have anything to do with you. Just pay the car down.
What type of things did the
MySpace blog say? I have a coworker at work, and we became good friends. It's 3 of us, and they're boys. And she wrote on MySpace that I was trying to hook up with him, and he already has some girl pregnant, this and that. And I just confronted her about it. I was like, why would you do that? And we were arguing. I was like, you know what? Just pay for the car damages. That's it. We don't have to communicate. And she
pulled out. I don't understand anything about car damages yet.
So this happened May 27th. I came home around 11 o'clock with my friends, and she met me at the door as I was coming in. She said, hey, can I borrow your car keys? Because
this is how long after she assaulted and pepper sprayed?
This is before she pepper sprayed me. So she asked to use my car keys. She wanted to run to McDonald's to get something to eat. I said, sure. She used the car. 20 minutes later, I hear her mom screaming. I'm like, what happened? She's like, Jasmine totaled your car. So her mother and her boyfriend go to the accident, and then I call my mom in New York, and I tell her, you know, Jasmine crashed the car. She's like, we'll go check out and see how bad it is. So I go there, and the car is like in a tree, a Cox communicable, its communication box is knocked over, and I have pictures of the damages of the car and everything. And, you know, I came up to her and I just started yelling, and she said a coyote ran out in the middle of the road. And I said, I don't believe that because of the way the car is. And I was like, I don't believe that. I've been driving there for a long time, and there's no way that could have happened. And then she said her boyfriend grabbed the wheel, and she grabbed it and stepped on the pedal by an accident. So after the argument, the tow truck came, brought it back to the house, And, you know, she said, Kiara, I'm going to pay you for everything. And she even emailed me, I have that too, where she says that she's going to pay for the damages.
Okay, as far as the car, yes, I did ask to borrow the car. She said, sure, bring me back a McFlurry when we went to McDonald's. About 1.5 miles down the road, a coyote ran across the street. My boyfriend pulled the wheel of the car, and then I pulled the wheel the other way, and we crashed, and it was an unavoidable crash. I have a statement from him.
She says she has something where you agreed to pay.
Yes, I always agreed to pay. I'd never.
So what's your defense to that?
My defense is that I stopped paying her. My defense is because she never sent a bill, she never gave a bill, she never did anything like that.
You need a pen and paper, write up a bill?
No, I have the estimate right here.
If that's the only reason you haven't paid her, we're about to give you one right now. In the meantime, anyone you want to speak? You have to stand up and say your name.
Dara Anastasia.
What do you want me to know?
Well, basically, I was living in New York, and Kiara gave me a call, hysterical crying, telling me that she let Jasmine borrow the car. And basically, I think that it's Jasmine's responsibility to pay for the car, even though she did say she would, she really should.
All right, you don't mind if I decide, though. Do you want to speak, ma'am?
Yes.
Come on up, state your name.
I'm Deborah Corbett. First off, I love you. I'm DVRing you right now, okay? And I would like an autograph, but to be perfectly honest with you, there was never a question that she was going to pay. When she called me up and said, you broke it, you own it. That's your problem. You broke it, that's responsible, you have to pay for it. We wanted a bill. My husband went down there and spoke to Kiara and asked her for a bill. There was no bill. We asked about the insurance. There was no insurance.
That's not true.
Well,
I've never spoken to your husband.
Was the car
to my
insured?
husband.
It was insured, but she was driving the car, so she's not covered on it. And I told him
she isn't covered
she's
at all?
not. No.
So why'd you allow her to use it?
Because she had a car like 2 months before mine, and her mother allowed me to drive it because I had my license before her. And she was backing out of the garage, and she crashed her car. And then she got it fixed.
That's even more of a reason not to let her drive your car.
Poor judgment, but she had been practicing driving since then. She was taking the car to go to work, so I was like, it's literally down the block. Nothing's gonna happen. And I did have an estimate ever since the next day. We took it to the mechanic.
Did you file a
and
police
everything.
report regarding the coyote?
There was, the police came out and there was a report filed, but I do not have it.
You haven't done anything that you could possibly do to defend yourself. If you had a police report demonstrating that it wasn't your fault, that you weren't negligent, that could be a defense. 2, even though you agreed to pay, but I could construe that as a gift and a conditional gift. Then the gift isn't complete until you give it. If I tell her I'm going to buy you a new car because this woman wrecked your car and I never buy it, I can't be held responsible for it. It was a promise of a gift. Now, if I say I'm going to buy you a car, here's the keys, it's all yours. I can't come back then and say, hey, I need the keys back. I don't like the way you acted. There's nothing I can do. I've already completed the gift. You follow me? So I could perhaps say that she assumed the risk, meaning she knew you couldn't drive because you had an accident already. And number 2, that she knew you weren't insured. She assumed some of that risk. But you've agreed to pay her. Your defense is you didn't see the bill. There's the bill. It's $8,000.
Okay, good.
We can only grant you $5,000 here today, ma'am, so, because we're small claims. Judgment for the plaintiff, $5,000. Have a good day.
Okay. She came to my room and she pressed herself up against me and said she wasn't gonna leave. And I told her if she didn't leave and stop harassing me, I was gonna pepper spray her.
That is not what happened. I came in the room to talk to her. It got into an argument. She sat on her bed, all nonchalant. She said, I'm gonna pepper spray you. She pulled it out and she pepper sprayed me, and then we started fighting. She started the whole thing. I have pictures of when it's still on my face. I still have scars from my face and everything.
I have like a full scratch on my arm, and then I have like a bite mark where she bit me in my cheek on my face.
After she pepper sprayed me. I did that, yeah, because she pepper sprayed me.
The plaintiff has assaulted me before. I pepper sprayed her.
I did. That was months ago.
Yeah, but she
you,
could have
that's
assaulted
assault,
me again.
Jasmine. That's
You
assault,
could have assaulted
Jasmine.
me again, so.
You assault me with a weapon. Pepper spray is. Do you know that?
Well, you shouldn't have assaulted me in the first place.